Ladies and gentlemen, we tied in the first go at Blitz. So what do? It's the new tournament format, and we will go another 10-minute game of Blitz on Freight. It was tied up 15-15, and the two Capmasters, you saw Nadeshot and Perplex, the man on your screen right there, going at it for those sneaky caps, trying to get into the opponent's base. Scott, it's a long battle here in Blitz.
Yeah.
Does Denial have the momentum now after stalling it out and staying alive here on the main stage?
I think OpTic Gaming kind of figured out exactly how Denial West was going to play everything. You know, we saw Denial West, as soon as they capped, they reset everything. They decided to go back to their base and just kind of play defense. I think OpTic Gaming should be expecting that, and they're starting off on the good side already. So jumping on board here with Embos, has one guy cleans him up, and already it's starting to look pretty decent.
So Embos on your screen, Glacier that yellow arrow, trying to control the middle. As Embos falls play, doing a nice job, picks up the two. Skump's got the third, one last player, but he's not in the right position. If you're going to be Perplexed, I think you should just go for the cap in this situation, and he will get caught. Nice defensive stand, and OpTic threatening. They're going to let one go through as Glacier's watching the back. Nice capture there by Nadeshot running up the middle.
Glacier has a great spawn trap opportunity here. He's basically waiting for the members of Denial to swing back to his base, and if he doesn't see anything, he's just going to go in for the cap, and now that's going to make it 2-1.
We should point out, though, meanwhile, while we were watching this OpTic Gaming squad, we saw Strife get a counter cap. So it is a 2-2 game. Both squads scoring against each other at a rapid pace once again in the opening round. Expect for this to slow down with more defensive focus at the end. It looks like Scump did get through for number 3. Embos coming off the respawn, though, is going to need to get some defensive kills. Can't get it. Perplex going through there. He's also got teammates Strife and Bloods pushed up at the enemy base again.
Perplexed is playing bonkers right now. He's 6-2. He's been pushing through the crates. Strife now holding down White exactly like you're looking to do. You really want to overflood White because you want the members of your opposition to be spawning back crates. That's where you want it. That's the spawn trap. That's how you got to do it. If you don't do it that way, it makes it very difficult.
Good defensive kills by Nadeshot and friends in the back of the OpTic base. Enable only saw one. Did Nadeshot squeeze by? No, he did not. He is spotted. And it looks like Enable will eliminate as he's pushing forward. Perplexed and Bloods also with them. Bloods has to come off the defensive end. Nice stop again from OpTic. Who's the player to watch from OpTic Gaming so far?
You know, Glacier's doing very well, but it's hard to say when Scump is just shredding everything that walks in front of him. I mean, Scump's winning humongous battles, big two pieces that he should not be getting that he is.
On the other end, it looks like it's been all Denial West in that last team fight. Enable trying to find how to get into his opponent's base. Has the opportunity to jump over into the top building, but I think he's going to try and fight from White here. And there is an attacker in the back. He now knows that's Nadeshot tagging him up. Strife trying to rotate to help Strifer's Nadeshot. Nadeshot wins that battle. Bloods now on the defensive end as OpTic Gaming is going to be pushing forward. Let's see Scump.
Very rarely do you see the turtle actually work. They turtled in their base. They had 3 guys all watching different routes. The Scump almost killed 3 people there, man.
And it looks like Embos cleans this one up, and Embos' opportunity to pick up more kills win for the grenade. Bad timing here, and it's up to Glacier to get the defensive stand. 3 players all pushing his direction. Gets one, and he's immediately done.
Yeah, and you know, OpTic's really reliant on pushing into red. They like sending the guy around red. They take note of that, but you know, they really need to cause a little bit more havoc. I would like to see them start flooding through bottom White, because if the members of Denial West start getting control of White, it could be very bad for the guys of OpTic.
Bloods was inches away from scoring. Scump stopped him the first time, but a second player did just slip through here from Denial West. So you're going to see Strife picking up the double. Enable gets the third. It means Nadeshot is all on his own back at the base. Now Embos and Glacier coming off the respawn to help, but this is not a good situation here for OpTic Gaming.
Enable spots one guy in the way back. He is just waiting for his team. They have him all pinched here as Enable's finally going to be taken out. So does Bloods and so does Strife.
No, one gets through though.
Wow.
Fantastic capture there from Perplexed once again. Now 4 captures to add to his 6 in the first go at it here on Blitz.
Nadeshot got one here. He does have a teammate working with him. They should be able to get a cap here.
They got a rally too.
Yep.
The question is, can they stop the push coming out of red? Glacier is that player working with Scump on defense. Meanwhile, here goes Nadeshot on the capture, 6-5. OpTic back on top, 50 seconds still to go in this first round.
And we're seeing the members of Denial are just there as Nadeshot with a huge kill at his own base, stopping the attempt of capping that flag.
2 more players on defense. Actually, all 4 members of OpTic trying to hold up here in the middle.
Oh.
Nade Shot gonna need 2 big kills. First player comes in, gets that. Embo's watching the back. He gets a little too aggressive as Nade. Embo's falls, and it looks like Clayster and Scumpy won't be able to find this player in time. Where is he? And actually, Scumpy cleans him up. Bad route for Enable, and that will keep the score 6-5 unless OpTic can force another one in here.
OpTic now slowly starting to push up here. Clayster just hanging out in the middle of the map, and he's going to be taken out. We are going to go into second side, 6-5. OpTic Gaming with a little bit of a lead.
Scumpy trying to finish it, and what a round for OpTic. Perplexed trading captures with Nade Shot again. 4 for Nade, 4 for Perplexed. And the Slaying side, it's also Perplexed, topping all players on Denial West and everyone but Scump in the game. He's at 14 and 10. Scumpy, though, 18 and 11 with some big defensive kills.
You know, Freight is one of, I meant to mention this way earlier. Freight is one of Scumpy's best map in this game, if not probably his best map. There's very rarely do you see him have a poor side on any kind of game type on Freight.
Scumpy off the start, we'll see what he can do. First kill goes down in the front of Beer. Second one turns and burns on the right. He's got Embos and Clayster left up to work with him as well. Embos locking down red, and he is in a highly contested area of the map. Spotting one player will be cleaned up. Scumpy and Nade Shot are going to have their hands full.
Yeah, Scump, as he's coming off here, we may see him push right into bottom white. That's what I would like to see him do.
Just go straight for the cap?
Well, not even go straight for the cap. Just get that spot because it's so dominant. He has a guy in front of him throwing the shots, and he's going to be taken out.
Nade Shot coming off the range spot. Looks like his teammates were able to stop the pushes from red as Clayster picked up his 12th kill. And it looks like Nade, 12-10 with 4 caps, will be shut down. So focused on that capture. Down goes Clayster as well. That was a 3-piece from Perplexed. Meanwhile, Embos has snuck behind enemy lines, but the defense is too strong. Perplexed is cut down, but there's another player in the area. Strife, 2 players to beat. Not going to happen. Solid D on both sides of the map so far.
I mean, finally we're starting to see Denial start pushing bottom white. There's so many times where you're looking, even at the minimap right now, you see him just pushing front red, and that's not what you want to do. That is why they're having such a hard time. They're able to take out 2 to 3 members of OpTic, but because they're pushing red, they spawn them back of lumber right behind the blitz. So it's so hard to catch.
Looking through here, I'm watching the defense from Strife. Last man standing in a 1-on-4. Not this best situation. Bloods can't get there in time. Tries to go for the wall bang. Heads up play, but it's not enough. OpTic is all over their base and scoring at will. Scumpy gonna get 2, but no, the timer wasn't quite done. And I thought he was gonna easily go through for number 8. They still have a 2-point advantage though. And 3 minutes left to burn to clean sweep this series 3-0.
Nade Shot's actually got a flank here, and he's actually going to be able to sneak in. Go for it. Go! And he's in.
Another big play from Nade as he is going to put in cap number 5. The strategy here for OpTic Gaming seeming to pay off, but as I say that, more caps come in from both sides. It's going to be 8-6. Clayster trying to deal with the players he thinks are in his base. Embos has got the kills, and now Clay is able to push out once again, but there is a player directly above him. It looks like this could be a capped opportunity. Who is the sneaker? It's got to be Perplexed, man.
It's always safe to assess that it's like, oh yeah, it's someone sneaking in, and it's Perplexed.
It's Strife, actually, was that one trying to push up top. Can he get in? There is a player on the goal defending. The rest of OpTic all pushed forward. Strife getting in, and that is going to be number 7, so trailing by just 1 point. OpTic Gaming seeming to slow down. More kills being scored. This time it's Embos in the back of the base. Can he go through? He will. 9-7 as they get back up to a 2-point advantage. More players inside the base to score as well. Scumpy waiting for that timer again.
Wow, Scumpy in this spot is just devastating right now. He gets another cap here. They are up by 3, going into 90 seconds left in the game. Make that 2. As long as Scumpy can keep pushing in that mid lane from bottom white, I mean, he's winning all of those gun battles. If I'm him, I just keep running that same route over and over.
Embos is wondering why the base is so empty. All Denial West trying to push up. Clayster picks up 1. He's cleaned up by Stripe, though, and down goes Perplex for his 5th cap, excuse me. Enable also putting in his 2nd cap. Perplex trying to go through again. Not going to happen. Enable pushing from the opposite end here on the left side.
Enable has that guy. He's going to be cleaned up here, and this is not looking good for Denial West. OpTic Gaming up by 2 as Scump make that 3.
Scumpy sliding in. Denial trying to stay aggressive, but their defense falling apart. And there we finally see Scumpy getting the kill on Perplexed. Enable last man standing for Denial West in the middle of the map. Can he defend his base, and can he sneak by? They need to get aggressive. 50 seconds left on the clock, and they need at least 3 captures to tie it again.
Enable really has to get into their space here right now. I mean, OpTic should be laying on their goal. As you're looking at the minimap, they're all around their base. And Enable's actually able to sneak in here. They got, basically, they need 2 caps in 35 seconds. This is easily done.
Blood's trying to back up his teammate. OpTic Gaming trying to just wait out their opponents. Enable 5-kill spree, but getting heavily tagged up. Knows he's running out of time. Gets too aggressive there. Did not have his health back. Perplexed coming off the D, and that should be it.
Yeah, that would be what we like to call OpTic Gaming. Will now be facing Team Envious in Winners Bracket Round 2, Envy 3-0'd Xfinity. If you're a fan of COD Esports, you are super excited for this next matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for OpTic Gaming. A hard-fought battle over Denial West. Denial West giving it their all, but falling just short in overtime on Blitz. Round 11 in Search and Destroy, and just a few seconds in domination. OpTic squeaks by with a 3-0 sweep.
You know, that was a very hard-fought battle for the members of OpTic. I mean, that round 1, the match 1, they won by like 6 points on domination, and then the search came down to round 11. Granted, you know, you have a guy sub out, it's really hard to get back into it, but really, I mean, OpTic beat them fair and square. I mean, the Freight Blitz, I think, could have went either way as well, but big round of applause here for the guys in green.
All right, OpTic Gaming moves on Envy. We just got some updates from the floor. Envy 3-0's Xfinity, making our brackets correct once again. So OpTic Gaming will play against Envy in, I believe, about 2 or 3 rounds here on the main stage. You will see that match at the end of the evening. Also, we have some updates here. What else we got, Scott? Curse Las Vegas
tied 1-1 at the most recent I got. I don't know if you got a more recent one, but they're tied 1-1.
Versus Rise.
That's
Pac-Man in the crew.
Yeah, Pac-Man, former national champion. And then, last but certainly not least, Team Justice 3-0 over Curse New York.
Yeah, that result just came in, so we'll move Justice along in the bracket. The last question is, who will they be playing against? Will it be Rise or will it be Curse Las Vegas? That match happening off stream over on our side station. Coming up next here on the main stage, though, we're going to see TK facing off against Vex Gaming. That is going to be the first World Championship seed matchup. You win it, you head to World Championship to compete for the $1 million. The second matchup, we're going to see Complexity versus Strictly Business. That's all still to come here on the main stage. Guys, make sure you hang around here on MLG.TV/CODChamps. Tell your friends, Team Caliber going up against, you know, it's going to be a tough one for them, but I think they could do this.
TK all day.
You got this?
TK all day.
TK all day. Scott's calling it. We'll be right back.